is be very. So here we go. We're underway. And first one to the ball is going to be Fred Mannix. Can't quite dig it off the thing, but Robert Stenzel brings it around now. It's picked up there by Musio. Musio's just going to come in there. He gets a bit of cover from his back man. Keeps the ball rolling, running it down. I think now cuts out towards the sideline, looking for a bit of clear ground. In comes Abiati to make him work hard for that ball, and he puts it down. Hasn't gone across the back line, so Guinazu's in there. He can't. Well, he played for the near side shot to bring it to the fence, and eventually it was Stenzel who did the same thing. Muso's hanging out the back, but I think there's just some discussion now about whether it was the defending player who put the ball over the line. But the umpire said no. We're quite happy that it bounced off a pony's foot, so Marcelo Abiati will take the hit in for Canada. And he takes it out to the sideline. Now there's a fair bit of traffic out there. He gets a big bump from Jokan, but still gets a hit at the ball, takes it up along the sideline. Now Musso's there to cover for Argentina. He might decide to take that forward. No, he goes backwards with it, bounces it off the boards, bounces up in front there. Martin Jokan comes in for Argentina, drives the ball down to the scoring area, looking dangerous here for Canada. In comes Fred Mannix, can't get hold of it. In comes Guinazu, and Juan Ruiz Guinazu scores the first for Argentina, so they now go into the lead by 1-0. So Canada will hit in from the back line now. Argentina taking an early lead here in this game, and of course they're always one of the favoured nations. They play so much polo, they've got such a pool of good players to pick from, and that's a nice hit in there from Abiati. Now it's Musso's there to cover for Argentina, but Stenzel gets his pony in the way, so Guinazu has to come through now and just play the backhand. No, he doesn't. He plays it along the boards and brings it right down deep. You'll go round the corner with it here. Argentina very confident in their stick play. He goes on the near side, hooked out of it though by Mannix, and so Musso has to take it across towards the sideline now. Guinazu again hits the ball. Comes around the corner with it, trying to keep possession here for Argentina. And we've had a pony slip over. Just watch here, we might see that go. There it goes, just lost it footing and came down. Fred Mannix coming down with it, and I think the pony's trodden on him a couple of times getting up, which wouldn't make him feel too good. He'll have a few bruises and probably want to get some massage and a hot bath tonight. But Fred Mannix, I said, 8-goal player. He's played all over the world, and he's one of the few foreigners that competes regularly in the high goal in Argentina, so he knows what it's like to play hard polo and have a fall or two. So he's back on board and he's okay. The umpires always blow the whistle when a man comes down, because here, on this small ground, the ball will be thrown in now towards the sideline as neutral territory as possible. But Argentina deep in the defensive half, and in it goes. Guinazu trying to dig it out from the ruck, but it's picked up nicely there by Stenzel. He brings it down towards the goal. Stenzel driving to the goal. He's hooked out of the next play, but he's still got possession here. Little near side shot will be a score for Canada. So Rob Stenzel there has evened it up for Canada. So it's going to be not an easy game at all here. Argentina, as I said, they're always the favourites when they go into a polo match, but this is a strong Canada side. They seem to be pretty balanced. Their defensive play is good. Back there goes Abiati now, and he takes the ball back along the boards. Nice backhand. It's covered though by Musso. Musso puts the ball out into centre field. Guinazu's there. He's called to leave it though by Martin Jokan, who takes the ball now to about the 60 yards out. He puts a bit of spin on that ball. It goes out to the board. So long way to the goal from there because they're so narrow. Guinazu trying to keep control of the ball. Drives it across the goal, hits the post. Who's next one to it? It's going to be Musso. Musso on the near side. Umpire's not happy with that. The rules of polo are pretty simple. They're there to ensure the safety of players and horses as far as possible. And if you're travelling along the line the ball travelled, you have the right of way. Anybody coming in at an angle, that's a foul and a penalty is awarded. And in their eagerness to get that ball through the goal, Argentina coming across the line, giving a free hit now to Canada. So Marcelo Abbiati takes the ball up, brings it out on the stick side now, unloads, puts it up there for Fred Mannix coming through. Guinazu, those quickly in there and plays it on the near side back. And now Argentina away on the attack now. Dario Musso. Musso, great stick work, brings it up in front of goal. Can't quite get it through though. Here comes Freddie Mannix. Mannix shot out towards the other side. Now, who's in the clear? Coming up now, Musso again with the backhand. Trapped there by Martin Jokan. Jokan trying to bring the ball around. Backed out there, Marcelo Abbiati goes forward. He can't tell where it is. Jokan's pony plays soccer with the ball and puts it over the back line, but there's no score for that because it's out to the left. So Canada under pressure here, but holding them out. So Marcelo Abbiati takes it up now to Fred Mannix. Now Mannix, haven't seen much of him yet this chucker, but here he goes. This is an unload. Puts it down to about the 60 yards out now. Heads down to the right-hand corner. Difficult shot here for Rob Stenzel. And in comes Musso. He's got the stick side. Plays the ball way back along the boards now. Turning up now Martin Jokan. Jokan is going to ping the ball into centre field. He keeps possession of it though. Takes it on the near side. Now goes in. Beats the hook of Marcelo Abbiati. Fred Mannix coming out there. He gets a pony in the way. Guinazu is coming through the ruck now, picks it up for Jokan, and Jokan will put the second goal on the board for Argentina. So away they go. They'd been threatening for the last 2 minutes down that end and finally putting the ball through. So now pressure back on Canada. Abbiati brings the ball forward. Turned around there by Guinazu. Guinazu is up to Dario Musso. Musso has to bring it along inside, but he can't. It goes over the back line. Another hit in. So Canada camped down in this half at the moment. But they got out of it before and were able to eventually score, so the reason why they kind of get umpires, I think, have blown time off because Dario Musso has a bit of a gear problem. So Jason Dixon says, you may go and change. He said everything in the rules of polo are basically there for safety reasons, and if you've got a piece of gear that's not working properly, you probably don't have sufficient control of your horse, and if you don't, that can put the horse in a very dangerous position quite quickly. So the umpires will always give permission for somebody to go and either get a fresh horse, which is what Dario's done, or change the gear. But each team draws from a pool of horses, so they have to play what they're allocated. And but these very experienced, all mostly professional polo players here at the World Cup. And so Marcelo Abbiati's brought the ball through from the back line, but Dario Musso came through quite quickly. I think he thought he was riding down the old line, and that's, as I said, if you imagine the direction the ball is travelling, a set of tram lines to the left of about 1 metre wide, and if the ball is travelling in those tram lines and so are you have the first right to hit that ball. Anybody coming across the lines at an angle, even though they might think they've got room, it's up to the umpires to decide whether a collision might be possible. That's what we're trying to avoid. These horses weigh 500 or 600 kilos with about 100 kilos of player and saddlery on top, so you've got nearly 3/4 of a tonne travelling at 40 kilometres an hour, so collisions are not much fun. Martin Jokan will take this hit to a protected goal, and he puts it out to the left. So the Canadians breathe a sigh of relief. The first bell rings. We've got 30 seconds left in this chukker, and it will be Marcelo Abbiati now to bring the ball into play. Argentina leading by 2-1, so it's not a massive score. And backhand there by Jokan, but it's still picked up by Abbiati, who drives the ball forward, but it hits a pony on the way through. Fred Mannix comes in now, and he takes the ball over the halfway line, but there goes the siren. So right on the halfway, we'll see the throw-in after Chaka number 1, 2-1 in favour of Argentina. So really odds are still with them, but Canada holding its own at this stage. So we'll be back with the second chukker shortly of this exciting game between Argentina. Argentina, of course, one of the favourites, but Canada, plenty of work to do. So umpire Greg Kite puts the ball in play. Backhand there by Rob Stenzel, takes it out towards the board. Fred Mannix comes through, tries to cut the ball into centre field. He gets onto it too. Coming through there now is Rob Stenzel. Stenzel steals the ball away, tries to cut it into goal. Guineazou's there, so is Mannix. Mannix now turns the ball. He'll try and keep control of this here. He looks at the goal, waits for somebody to come to him, doesn't quite get there. It hits Musso's pony, backed out by Guineazou, but the umpires are not happy about that one. You could probably see there if we come in a bit close. Again, the Canadians in their eagerness to score, they will look like they were close. But this ball, of course, is quite soft. It's difficult to hit from a standstill. You need to have a bit of travel before you come to it, and so sometimes quite hard to get any distance on the ball. And that one was heading for goal, but not quite the legs. So Dario Musso will take the free hit on the spot. Not a very severe penalty, just happening as the players approach the ball. So it's turned around there by Fred Mannix. Mannix shot takes it right down to the left-hand side. Musso's back there in defence. He'll take the ball out towards the sideline, playing it safe. Bounces off the wall, and that gives him a shot at it. Abbiati comes in there, says, "I think that's mine, sir." And the umpires are blowing the whistle, and perhaps they're of the same opinion. Certainly Marcelo was pretty confident. So, but it might have been confidence that was misguided, because the ball's gone back to halfway and the hit has been awarded to Argentina. The reasoning there is that the umpires say that if Dario Musso had got the hit at that ball, which when Abbiati came in and pushed him out of the way, he would have hit it at least to the halfway line. So he'll get a free hit at halfway. The other team has to go back 30 yards, and he'll try and take it down towards the goal. He hits it nice and long, but not quite straight enough, and it'll roll out well to the right of the post. So no score results, and we'll see this time Canada hit in from the back line. Abbiati brings it up to Fred Mannix. Mannix can't quite get the ball. It bounces off the pony's foot, so Guineazou dives in there now for Argentina, bringing it up to goal. In comes Abbiati, tries to stop him, tries to hook him, but he can't do it. And Guineazou will put the ball through for the third Argentinian goal. There it is. He brings the ball up. You see, Abbiati comes in there, tries to hook him out of the play, but wonderful stick work. This is a feature of the play of most of the Argentinian players. They get so much practice at this accuracy. Looks like he's hurt his hand on the way through. He may have just caught a stick or a horse as he was playing that shot. So from the back, Marcelo Abbiati puts the ball into centre field. Now goes under the neck from there. Well, he doesn't quite get the angle on that. He's put it up along the boards. It'll be picked up there by Rob Stenzel. Stenzel brings the ball into centre field. Fred Mannix is on the inside of the run, but he can't come away from his man right there. In comes Abbiati. Abbiati bringing it down towards goal. Hard ridden by Jokan. Picked up there by Stenzel. In comes Rob Mannix, but Guineazou beats him with the big ride off and takes it out towards the sideline. So very frightened ball that was for a while, but now Argentina back in control. Take the ball to the halfway halfway line, up along the boards. Fred Mannix is there, can't come across. Gwinazu dives in, hits the little tap shot, goes for the big one, doesn't get it, but he gets a little tap there, but coming through behind this time, Abiadi, I think, might have got the appeal. But, interesting play. You could see that one there. Just Abiadi was coming up along the old line of the ball. Gwinazu didn't look up, just tried to turn the ball, and in doing so brought his horse across in front. So the free hit will go on the spot to Canada, and it's going to be Gwinazu. Picks up the shot from Abiadi. No, he doesn't. Then he plays the forehand. Following through was Fred Mannix, and Gwinazu hitting the ball out there. That's not been frowned upon a bit. Sometimes your emotions get the better of you. So they've brought it right down in front of goal. This time it'll be an undefended goal for, I think they've brought it forward to the line on 30 yards. And so the Argentinian team cannot defend the goal. They can't come out through the goal. They must stand at least 30 yards back from the line. Fred Mannix to take the hit, and he's put it left. Well, even 8 goalers can do that. He wasn't wasting any time. He knows in the snow polo you can't muck about too much. You need to score the goals when the opportunity's there and get back into it. But that's left Argentina still in front by 2. An enormous hit in from the back line there by Yoka. And backhand there now by Fred Mannix. He brings it up now. Canada on the attack. Stenzel in there. Plays the ball forward. Backhand by Martin Yokan. Picked up by Gwinazu. Gwinazu out towards the back line. Good play by Abiadi because he took Gwinazu out of the way. Left it there now for Fred Mannix, who's got a new line. Comes around the corner. Can't beat the thing, and leaning out a long way was Dario Musso. Well, that's dedication. Look at him here. He goes down. He reaches out to try and hook him, and he's reached out so far he's pushed himself over the point of balance. It lands quite heavily, actually, on the ground. So that would have knocked a bit of the wind out of him, but he quickly gets back on his feet and looking to get back on his horse. So very, very tight stuff. Even though the score's 3-1, Canada have had a couple of scoring opportunities in this Chaka, just not able to convert them. As I mentioned before, that's quite often to do with the fact that the defending side is making it hard for the players to get a clean shot at the ball. But that one was a penalty, so no defending players there, just a man of Fred Mannix's experience. With this ball, if you don't hit it right in the middle, it will spin and drift off the line. So not easy. Not easy to hit penalties here. We've seen a number of very good penalty hitters having misses, even in the 4 games we've seen so far. But there he goes, Fred Mannix this time, with about 3 players all over him. No time to think about it. Pops it through the goal. So eventually from this play, Canada does get their 2nd goal and brings them right back into the game. Just a goal the difference now with about 3 minutes left in the Chaka. So Musso brings the ball up to about the 60-yard line now. Rob Stenzel's there to make him work hard for it, so he doesn't get the length on the shot he'd like. Fred Mannix is in there, but Gwinazu dives in. Mannix will be the first one out there to cover for Canada. Cuts the ball around the corner, up to Abiadi. Abiadi looks for a bit of open ground there, but Gwinazu's turned up more quickly, and he'll come around the back with it now. But still Argentina back in the defensive half. Canada doing a good job here, pushing the attack towards them now, but Gwinazu escapes, and he's away now up over the halfway line. In comes Mannix. Just distracts him a bit, but Musso has been following up beautifully. He's covered well, he and Gwinazu up the front, and Musso now digging for the ball, leaning out of the saddle again. Now Gwinazu picks it up. Bit of teamwork between those two, but there's been a whistle. I'm just waiting to see what happens there. Gwinazu seemed to be on his own. Maybe it occurred a little earlier in the play. No, it's not. For some reason there, they've just said maybe the ball was... Not sure what the umpire's in there. It's not a penalty, it's just a halt in play, time off, and the ball to be thrown in towards the sideline, which is as effectively neutral as we can have. And just Bounces off, goes right through the ruck, bounces off the boards. Brought ahead by Canada, picked up there by Abiata. Abiati brings it along the line. Musso there with the backhand shot. Gets a bit of length on it, turned around. Fred Mannix is going to get the better of the bump here, and he'll get possession of the ball. Digs it out, runs it forward. Goes on the near side. Bounces off Gwinazu. No, it's Fred Mannix again. Mannix in possession, bringing it down towards the goal. Swings out for the big shot, and... well, interesting one here. I don't know if we can get the replay, but Fred Mannix lined up for the big shot, and if you're in the act of playing at the ball, the defending player cannot come in and ride you off. And Fred Mannix, all that experience, you don't get to be 8 goals without playing a hell of a lot of polo, and he just waited for the shot, and in his swing, the Argentine player timed him to think that he could take him out of the way once he'd played the shot. Mannix just fainted and kept the stick in the air going for the shot. So the Argentinian player taking him off the ball in the act of making a shot, that gives him another open goal penalty. This time it's going to be Rob Stenzel to take it. Fred Mannix saying, oh, I've missed one of these, you have a go. And he's pretty good at it because he's got it through. And this puts Canada right back into this now. 3 goals all. And so Dario Musso hits in from the back line. Now there's a bit of pressure on Argentina. They just maybe were starting to cruise a bit when they got out to 3-1. And they'd had dominated the game a little bit. Canada's really played a very strong attacking game in this latter part of the second chukker. There's a minute to go. Argentina on the attack now. Musso puts it across the front of goal. Now Gwinazu goes for the big drive, puts it out to the right. So that doesn't change the score. It's still 3-all. Canada get the chance now to push up back into the attacking half if they can clean out from the back. There they go. Now this is Abiati looking for Fred Mannix, but he'll put it high up into the stands, actually onto the roof. So just goes to show how high this ball will go if you get underneath it, because it's light. Now the ball's thrown in, picked up. Fred Mannix away and a length or two clear, but Martin Jokam's there to follow him through. Mannix coming down towards the attacking zone now. Long angled shot from there, gets it but doesn't get the length. Backed out there by Gwinazu. Gwinazu taking time to playing safe there, kicking out in defence or hitting out in defence. And had it gone over the back line before? No, they've said that in hitting that out, he's actually come across the line. And so a penalty's been awarded to Canada. Now this is a defended goal. So you'll see Gwinazu will stand in the goal mouth and stand side on to try and block this ball. If it's heading for the goal, they'll let it go if it's going wide. So 2 chukkers. And we could see, well, won't say anything, we could see Canada in the lead starting the 3rd. In comes Stenzel once again. This time he's hit it straight enough. Oh, it doesn't get the length. And it's taken away there by Gwinazu, exactly the spot he wanted to be in. And, well, it was close, but it's picked up there by Stenzel. Puts the ball up to, it's just going to be a throw-in right in front of goal for Canada. So I think they're a bit unlucky not to be in the lead in this game. They've certainly found their straps in the second chukker. And a bit of pressure on Argentina. They haven't been able to do much in the way of attack for about the last 4 or 5 minutes. And Canada seem to be getting their combination going. So interesting 3rd chukker coming up. Now heading down towards the horse line's end and Canada towards the clubhouse. And this is Dario Musso to take the ball for Argentina now. Penalty hit. He'll try and get some length on this. He does so. Push it out to the left, and right on the end of that pass, here's Juan Gwinazu. Tito Gwinazu, I mean, and it's backed in there by, I think, by Martin Jokam eventually. Anyway, he's put the 4th goal on the board for Argentina. And good team play here. You see, Tito Guinazu brings the ball up there. Martin Yokam leans out for the near side shot. Nobody can stop him getting that one. And so quickly, Canada back into play now. That was... now, the Yokam is trying to clear the ball off the boards. Guinazu's there, takes a big swing at it and hits a pony's foot. Now he takes another big swing at it and hits another pony. So he'll get a third crack at it. He takes it up into the centre now, trying to open these goals up a little, looking for the angled shot, can't get it. And Marcelo can't come in there, and Musso follows through. And Argentina, a couple of quick goals in this third chukker, pushing out to the lead again. So now pressure on Canada, 5 goals to 3. We're in the final chukker. So Marcelo Abbiati brings it up to Fred Mannix. Mannix on the near side, and Tito Guinazu turning in front of the ball there, and so a penalty will go to Canada. So that's what they wanted, to get out of that defensive half. This is a big opportunity for them because they're definitely going to be in the attacking half. They'll get a free hit on halfway. And it probably will be Fred Mannix who takes it, I think. Although Marcelo Abbiati's sitting nice and deep, so Mannix is just teeing it up for him. So you'll see Marcelo Abbiati coming in from the back there now. And he'll try and hit a long one here. He's got Mannix running up the centre, so he gets it high in the air. It's gone out to the right-hand side, and it's going to be Dario Musso who gets the ball eventually, but he puts it out over the boards, and so we'll see a throw in towards the sideline. But Canada have managed to get themselves into the attacking half, so all they need to do now is get possession out of this line out. Quite critical for them, and that's what Marcelo Abbiati has done. And Fred Mannix will pick up this pass. He'll take the ball now, cuts the ball under the pony's tail. Who's there to pick it up? Rob Stenzel. Stenzel can't come in, so Marcelo Abbiati takes the ball forward. Now plays the near side shot where Tito Guinazu picks the ball up and brings it out. Oh, hits the pony's foot, bounces the wrong way for him. He puts a big check on the pony. Yokam picks the ball there. Fred Mannix traps it now. Here goes Canada on the attack. Fred Mannix has just pushed the ball out towards the side, and I think there's been a whistle. So this will be an interesting situation. Can Canada get down there for the open goal penalty? 5 goals to 3 the score. And yes, it is. It's going to be an open goal. So the reason for that is that Fred Mannix definitely had possession of that ball, running towards goal, and Argentina coming across the line and trying to stop him. So he'll get now the open goal free hit at the ball. Well, he won't. The team will, because it's going to be Rob Stenzel to take it again. He's been successful so far in one of his 2 penalty hits, and the other one was that close. But here he goes again, and he's just pushed it to the right. Well, there's a let-off for Argentina. That's 3 penalties that Canada have missed. If they've got all those, they'd be actually in the lead. So here we go now. Musso drives the ball across the field now. Abbiati, and nearly takes the head off a couple of the players there. And Dario Musso at the back now, stopped there by Stenzel. In comes, no, well, I thought Fred Mannix got possession of that, but no, it was the other white helmet on the field, and that's Dario Musso for Argentina now. Pulls the whip, brings the pony up. Oh, that's a great approach shot. It's going to go a bit too hard. No, it doesn't. It sits in a divot. Picked up by Musso. Musso's shot is sitting up in front of goal. Who's the next one to it? Oh, no, it's Mannix gets it now, picked up by Guinazu, and he'll drag it through the goal, and that puts Argentina out to almost an unbeatable lead now. I think they go out 6 goals to 3. So Canada now really have to pull out everything. 2.5 minutes left, plenty of time to score 3 goals, but they need 4 to win. And this Argentinian side proving hard for Canada to get around in this final chukker. Fred Mannix is going to pick up the pass from Abbiati, and he gets a little shot at the ball. Backhand by Musso, takes it out towards the sideline now. Turned around by Yoko. His pony's back leg kicks it, picked up by Guinazu. Tito Guinazu running down over the halfway line now. Will straighten the ball up, running it in towards goal again. He still keeps possession of it, but Fred Mannix puts the brakes on and just taps the ball around on a new line. Gets a nice turn out of the pony, so he's got Canada out of trouble here now. And he's actually in possession. He'll go up to the halfway line with this one and then over it. And he bounced it forward now. He's got a near side shot from there. Still keeps it running now. Can't get the big hit he needs to clear, but there's nobody up front for him to pass to. So he's got to try and take it himself. And eventually it's Guinazu who steals it away and comes in. Now, Guinazu on the near side now, just looking to take the ball down under the pony's neck. It's running up towards goal. In comes Mannix. Mannix bumps him out of the way. Rob Stenzel gets a vital backhand in, but Musso picks the ball up, brings it down towards the back line, and it's gone wide. So Fred Mannix's pony just tripping in front there, so probably was a good thing for him. So Dario Musso just coming off the field to change horses. He's a bit worried about that one, maybe getting a bit tired, so he'll come back on, and Marcelo Abbiati will take the hit from the back line for Canada. They've got 1:20 left in this chukker, and they need 4 goals to win. So only one thing they can do, and that's try and bang it up the other end. No time for tricky plays or clever teamwork. This is just go for it. And across the goal goes Abbiati. Takes it on the under the neck there. He's put it out, but there's nobody to pick the pass up. Guinazu coming through, and well, the umpires are blowing the whistle, but I'm not sure about that one. The ball was coming across the field, and Jason Dixon and Greg Kite will have a discussion about this, I think, because there were 2 players certainly coming down down together, but the old line was across the field. Whether the tap shot that was taken, what's happening now is we have a third man, and a referee, which is JJ Alberti, and he's in radio contact with our umpires. Jason Dixon having a word to JJ Diaz Alberti, and we'll wait and see what the decision is. And I think what the decision is that the hit goes to Canada, because it was Marcelo Abbiati who had the line, and he was intimidated by the Argentinian player coming hard down along the field. So, but anyway, he's got the free hit up over halfway, but it's trapped by Guinazu. Guinazu takes it out to the left-hand side. He's got a little tap shot from here. Gets it now, chops it out behind the pony's tail. Then he turns up and he decides to take it forward, try and give himself a bit of clear room. But Abbiati's coming there now and will cut the ball under the pony's neck. Picked up now by Stenzel. Stenzel takes the ball across to the left-hand side. Now, can Fred Mannix come in there in time? No, he can't. Picked up by Martin Jokan. Jokan's back. Oh, nice back shot by Rob Stenzel. Who's up there, though? There's 30 seconds left in this chukker. 27 now. Guinazu bangs it out towards the sideline. They're going to start playing a bit of defensive polo here, I think. Well, Musso doesn't know how to do that. He goes forward. In comes Guinazu. Just pops the ball over the sideline. And that's probably not what he wanted to do. Well, they've decided that there's no way in 9 seconds that the Canadian side could score enough goals to win this game. So congratulations to Argentina, but forget about that scoreline. This Canadian side's quite strong, and the Argentinian players just having a really good third chukker. Canada having the best of the second, but out of the 3, it was Argentina who probably owned the first and third chukkers. And that's pretty much how the score ended up. So